Hi guys, welcome back to Codicast. So for today's video, I will be reviewing this model. So what I got here is the BBR 64 models, the Maserati MC12, especially particularly this road car version with the white and blue stripes, and a little bit of information for you guys. So this specific model, the white and blue color one, the MC12, we have a little bit of issue about distribution here in Indonesia because this model they don't really kind of like have a lot of quantity right here. They don't sell very much right here, and it is very hard to find one. And the price of this model has gone up like maybe twice or triple the actual price of the model. So this is one of the very hard to find models in Indonesia, but I don't really know about other country, but especially in Indonesia this is a very hard to find model, so I'm very lucky to have this one. Thank you to my friend because this one is his collection that he sold to me for a very good price. So yeah, I cannot resist that kind of like a deal, so I just have to take it because this is one of the very hard to find models in Indonesia. Well, anyway, so let's talk about the packaging first. So this is the BBR models. The Ferrari is has a red packaging. Meanwhile, for the other models, other brand outside of the Ferrari, like the Maserati and the Alfa Romeo, they have different color scheme for the packaging. So the Maserati has this dark blue and blue color for the MC12 especially. So you could see the model picture right here at the front, the MC12, and also the model name MC12 and the Maserati. And on the top we got the BBR models and the silhouette, something like this is the brand. And then obviously we got the licensing, because BBR is obviously a licensed model, because if they are not a licensed model they wouldn't be able to have the Ferrari licensing or the Ferrari models. So yeah, obviously this is a licensed model by by Maserati. And then on the back we got to see the model name, the Maserati MC12 Stradale in white, as well as the scales 164, made in China, BBR models, and another writings that suggested that this is a licensed model. Maserati is registered trademark under license from Maserati SPA. And then on the bottom we got the warning, which is not really important. So yeah, I think that's about it about the packaging. And now let's talk about the model itself. So I'm just going to open it right away on the video, and this model has already opened by me before the video, so yeah, there is no unboxing video for this model. Now let's talk about the model, starting from the front. So this is the Maserati MC12 Stradale in white, and as far as I know, like the MC12 was based off the Enzo Ferrari, so I want to talk about that point first, because if you notice, like the cockpit or the pillar A or the A pillar or the windshield and the side window, like this is very Enzo like model, like the shape of it, this is a very Enzo thing. So this was basically just an Enzo Ferrari in a very different body, like a rebadge. No, I'm not gonna say that. Like I think people were going to be mad if I say that this is just a rebadge Enzo Ferrari. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about the front. So the Maserati, the MC12 from BBR, has this headlights cover, which is pretty cool, and you could also see the details inside the headlights, which we have this silver circling for the headlights and also the blinkers. But this one interests me because if you know Kyosho, they also make Maserati MC12, this very version, so we have a similar one. But for the Kyosho, they don't give the headlights a cover, which is very interesting. Meanwhile, for the BBR, they have this plastic cover. I don't know if that is a variation or an option from the factory. I don't really know, but yeah, this is a pretty cool one. And then we have the Maserati decals, or the logo right here, which is a photo etch, and it is really cool because that is a Maserati. And then for the air intakes, we also have the Trident, the classic Trident from Maserati, which is also a photo etch, and that is really nice. And also for the air intake is a separate plastic part painted in black. And moving on to the side, so we have a little bit of detail right here, like the latches that holds the front engine cowl. I mean, not the engine, like the front cowl. The silver one, this one, and this one. So we have two cowls right here, two latches. And then the blue striping start from the bumper. Then moving on to the back, which we are going to talk about later. But for now, let's talk about the wheels. So the wheels itself is pretty cool. They are a center lock wheels with different colors for each side. So on the left side, we have this red center for the wheels. And on the right side, we have the blue one. So that is pretty attention to details from BBR. And then for the wheels itself, it's pretty okay for an OEM wheels for the Maserati MC12. And they rolls pretty well because there are no disc brakes that holding them behind the wheels. And then we got to see the Italian flag right here, or the fender. And then the air intakes right here, which is just a tampo printed in black. And also the side mirrors is very long and very out of the body, so you need to be careful with that. You do not want to kind of like break this mirror. And then you got to see another Trident from the Maserati here near the door. And then the door handle right there, the air intakes with the tampo printed one. And also in this one, this is just a tampo printed in black, which is, I think, just is very sad because we don't have much details on here. And then on the back, this is the same wheels but has a different spec. I think like the tire profile is a little bit thicker on the back. And then moving on to the back side, so maybe some of you guys kind of like disappointed, oh, why BBR, like for its price they make the taillights just a painted one. But I'm trying to understand from the factory perspective, because this tiny headlights is almost impossible to reproduce in plastic parts. So yeah, I think they just went for a much more simpler and safer to produce, which is to just make it just a painted one like this. So yeah, this is a painted one for the taillights. And also you got the quad exhaust pipes, which is two on each side with this silver circling. And also the Maserati logo right here, which is also a photo etch, which is pretty cool. And then on the rear grille, we have a plastic insert, just like the front, so it's pretty cool. And then on the top, the engine cover is printed in carbon fiber, which is pretty cool, that have this pattern that join at the center of it, and that is pretty detailed one. And then for the wing, I think the wing is a separate part. This is a plastic part. You see that bend right there, so this is a plastic part. You need to be careful with that also, not to break it. And on the bottom, let's see, so it's just a plain gloss black plastic. I mean, not plastic, is metal based, guys. This is metal. I'm sorry. This is metal, because every BBR has a metal base, and this is pretty cool too. For the interior, now the interior is pretty interesting because it's not just a plain black interior. Meanwhile, you got this very beautiful pale blue and a carbon fiber details. look at it, like this is a really nice interior compared to the Kyosho one, which just a plain black plastic. And also you could see the bucket seat is also painted in the blue color, and that is really cool. Like you see that the bucket seat is also painted in the pale blue color. Very nice. And then you could also see the windshield with the MC12 right here, and that is the last detail that I want to point out. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So this is the BBR 64 Maserati MC12 Stradale, and yeah, this is a very nice model and a very nice addition to the BBR model lineup. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.